Hello Earth signs and welcome to Esoteric Tarot. My name is Lydia and today I'm going to be doing your astrology and your tarot for the next 7 days. For those of you who aren't interested in the astrology, just want to get your reading, there are timestamps below where you can just get your reading there. You don't need to listen to the astrology for the reading to make any sense to you. So I will see you over your timestamp, and don't forget that I set the intention for the readings for your sun, moon, rising and Venus signs. So I highly recommend watching all four for a comprehensive reading of your situation. And don't worry if you don't resonate with all of the readings, that's perfectly normal. Just check back for your other signs and placements. So make sure that you are subscribed and your notification bell is on so you don't miss your readings as they roll out during the week. And what a week it is for Earth signs. We have Mercury going direct today as of this reading, and we will be going into Aries season imminently. So we are getting a quick switch up of energies that might be a little bit uncomfortable for you, but at the very least clarity and calm returns to the Earth collective. Mercury is the ruler of Virgo, so the other Earth signs are going to be feeling this shift as well. So if you've been feeling a little bit foggy, a little bit unfocused, some of you may have had some situations return from the past, or some people return from the past, or you're just feeling nostalgic about the past. We're really entering a period of forward momentum energy. That Mercury direct energy brings with it logic, data analysis, it brings organization, it brings strong communication, clarity and direction. And it is being backed up with that Aries energy that we're entering with the beginning of the Aries season, which is all about drive, it's about initiation, and it's about getting going on those passionate projects that you set in motion over the past couple of months. We've also just come out of the post-shadow phase of the new moon in Pisces. That was a particularly difficult new moon for Earth signs, as Pisces is a very intuitive, creative, very fluid, see how it goes kind of energy. And you Earth signs really flourish with a little bit more structure, a little bit more organization and boundaries than the Pisces energy usually delivers. And that new moon energy was all resetting things that were new. New feelings may have been coming to the surface. You might have been changing your mind on certain aspects of your life. You might have been meeting new people that were sparking new creative energies for you. So it's both a double-edged sword for the Earth signs. You do have that positive new breath of fresh air coming in with that new moon energy, but it's also a very intuitive, a very deep and emotional new moon. So it was really an internal energy that we're all feeling rather than an external one. So you may have been a little bit more reflective, a little bit more emotional, a little bit more sensitive, but those energies are really lifting a little bit now. So it's all about focus, it's all about drive, it's about moving forward, it's about planning and momentum. So if you've got anything cooking, Earth signs, in the background that you've been wanting to get working on, now is the time to do it, particularly around the home, around your career, around networking. This is a really great time, and it's a really interesting energy, as we also have Saturn in Aries and we have Neptune there as well. They're both conjuncting, and it's for the first time they've been this close in 2,000 years. So there is structure forming around those dreams you've been having. Those intuitive thoughts and feelings may start coming true. So it might feel like a bit of a mystical time for you Earth signs, where you just have that gut feeling something's going to go right or wrong. It will be this week or the coming weeks as we move into Aries seasons, as you'll start seeing those results out in the 3D world. We've also got Jupiter going direct in Cancer, which is bringing us all to pay more attention to the home. And we have Venus went direct as well. It was way back on the 13th, near the beginning of the week. I'm not going to mention those too much this late on in the week because those energies are petering out, but you still will be feeling the benefits of both. It's just that transition period is more or less over, so there's no more post shadows of those energy changes. But you may have felt your look changing with Jupiter. Jupiter is a bringer of luck, also spirituality, so your spiritual beliefs or the way you express those beliefs might also be changing as well, or you might be inviting more of those energies into your home. With Venus going direct too, you may see your finances balancing out, things calming down, less volatile situations with people that you love. It's really a peace bringing energy when Venus goes direct, because she spent a good couple of weeks going retrograde through Pisces, which was a particularly emotional and chaotic time for people who you love. So that's romantic partners, friends or families. If you've been having problems with any of those people in your life, you should see those relationships start to ease, things to become a little bit more clear, for conversations to go a little bit better if you're trying to reconcile with anybody. So it's going to be a really interesting couple of weeks for earth signs, particularly when we get to the house activations. So jump down to the timestamps and check those out to see how they're going to affect you specifically. But for earth signs, it should be a little bit more comfortable for you. However, with that Aries energy being fire based, and we know what happens when earth meets fire, we get a volcano. Okay, volcanoes can be very destructive and explosive, but they also represent a release, or the release of the building up of a tension. So if you've been tense about anything, worried about anything, you may start getting opportunities just to relax a little bit with those situations. They'll start sorting themselves out. Pressure will start easing over certain aspects. So it's a case for earth signs just to stand your ground, stay steady. It might be a little bit chaotic as we move into the change, because we're going from a very, very retrospective energy, which we've been sitting in for about 2 months, into a forward-facing energy. Forgot what the opposite of retrospective is. Prospective energy. I got there, guys, in the end, okay? So you're going to start seeing some of your plans start taking shape and coming to fruition, and I'm super excited for you for that. So Taurus, this is going to be hitting your 11th house of friendships, networks and community networks. Basically anything in your life that extends beyond yourself. It's going to be a lot clearer. You're going to be communicating a lot better. There's going to be more connectivity. And if you yourself need help, Taurus, then don't be shy from reaching out to friends or family or neighbours for that little bit of assistance if you need it. People are going to be a lot more amicable, a lot more light in energy. And there's going to be more drive with those people in your connections as well to get stuff done. But remember, Taurus, Aries is an initiatory energy. It's getting started. Aries is at the beginning of the zodiac calendar. The zodiac new year is here. So this is where you are planting seeds. That's more where your action is based. So don't be expecting big changes to your dynamics and people around you this month. However, you will see the potential of where a connection or a situation can go should it be planted and nurtured correctly in a positive energy. And likewise, if anything is being fed negative energy, it's just going to go downwards and down and down and down, because Aries is an energy that works with direction, but it's up to you, Taurus, to give it which direction to go. So if something isn't really working out for you or seems difficult and a bit tenuous, just leave it alone, at least for Aries season. Focus on the things that you can control, the people who are wanting to cooperate with you. Aries is going to really lend a positive energy to that. It's going to drive connections forward. You're going to see progress in your projects with those people. So you want to really ask yourself, who do you want to align with? Who is it that's helping you? Who's hindering you? What projects or situations do you want to give your attention to? Because the Aries energy is going to really feed that. We've also got Saturn in Aries still, and he's going to be there for the next couple of months, really adding shape and structure to these connections as well. So there might be friends where you like to go out with them, friends where you like to go to the book club, a partner, you go and do certain things with them, and then you do certain things you like to do with your family. It's almost like Saturn is helping you to organize who is available for what when you need them, so that you have a really grounded, secure, positive support structure to see through over the next coming months, also possibly years as well. Mercury is also going direct today, but we're still going to have that post shadow of the retrograde energy, which lasts for another couple of days to weeks. So don't be surprised if you still have some people coming back from the past or situations from the past resurfacing, things that you thought were all concluded and done with. Actually, they're not. They might need a little bit more of your attention. It might be quite frustrating for you, Taurus, because you only like to focus on what makes sense, what is of value, what doesn't waste your time. So you might feel like your time is being wasted or going over the same things over and over and over again. But rest assured, Taurus, it's the last week of that kind of nonsense, and then you'll be clear to move forwards without any baggage or loose ends untied, and start those new projects, start those new connections, visit those new places, maybe go and visit old friends from the past that you've not seen in a while to have a catch up. It's a really great time for you, Taurus, so take advantage of that energies. Make sure you're directing them and channeling them in a positive energy. Avoid any negative energies that drag you down, because it will just be like a snowball effect with whatever you do with your connections and your networks and the people in your life from this week forward. For Virgo, there's going to be a real highlight on your 7th house of relationships and partnerships this week. Your planet has just gone direct after being in retrograde through roughly the past month through Pisces season. So many of you may have had miscommunications with partners. You might have had ex-partners come from the past, or situations, maybe they weren't quite a partner, but maybe they want to try again. You know, all that grey area stuff. That all comes out during a retrograde, okay? Well, that's going to peter out from now, but we are still in the post-shadow, okay? We're not at the finish line quite yet. So there is still the potential, at least energetically, for people, situations, whatever from the past to pop up for you. But most importantly, Virgo, we have just had that new moon in Pisces, which is in your opposing sign, and we have been in your opposing sign for the past month. So it hasn't been too comfortable for you. It's been quite emotional. You might have had old emotions come up that you thought that you had dealt with, old traumas, old patterns from the past. You may have been a bit more spiritual this month as well, maybe turning to your faith for guidance. All of that is going to really pay off this week as your ruler goes direct, as we enter Aries season, which is all about initiation, new beginnings, and then with Mercury backing up clarity and clear communication. So if there's anyone from the past month or so where you've not been seeing eye to eye, or there's a trust issue or whatever, this week is a great opportunity for you to reconnect with them, maybe try those difficult conversations again. You may find that you are better understood and that you can articulate your emotions a lot better now that logic and reason have re-entered the room with Mercury going direct. We also have the Venus retrograde, but that happened a little bit earlier on in the week. So we are coming out of that energy now as Venus went direct around the 13th of the month. But we are just coming out of that post-shadow of the Venus retrograde. So next day or two, you could still see something in your finances that needs attention. You could see somebody coming back from the past, again, with that retrograde energy from Mercury. It's all very strong. But if not, it's about the balance within, and also about how you are loving yourself, and how the way you love yourself may have an impact on your partnerships and relationships. So how do you treat yourself? Do you prioritize yourself? Do you practice self-care? Do you practice self-love? Do you have what I call a healthy ego, okay? A lot of people talk about ego death and killing of the ego. Please do not do that, okay? We need the ego to be able to navigate the 3D. It's necessary. It's like trying to play a video game without any controls, okay? The thing about the ego is the positive side of the ego. How is that impacting your connections and your relationships? How are you communicating and self-expressing from within? Again, this is Pisces. Your retrograde was in Pisces. It was in the soul. It was in the spirit. It was asking you who you are, and are you being true to who you are in the way you are interacting in your romantic partnerships or relationships. It could also be family partners and relationships too with the Venus energy. Anyone who you are holding closest and mostest, do they truly understand you? Do you even want to be understood, Virgo? Okay, so these are the kind of questions that you've been asking yourself, and now you're going to have a great opportunity in the next week to start communicating any changes. If you've been feeling a bit differently, feeling a little bit off, maybe you're feeling full of life now, we are back in direct energy. this is going to really come across, and the people closest to you are going to really notice a difference, so long as you are feeding positive energy into the self and positive energy into your one-to-one connections. For Capricorn, this is going to affect your third house of communication in a positive way. Thank the Lord. We have been in a Mercury retrograde now for about a month. Now we're going direct and going into Aries season. We are seeing the spark of initiation after all that super reflective, intuitive energy that we have been going through Pisces season and a little bit through Aquarius season when Mercury started retrograding. You are going to see an uplift in your communication. You're going to see more people wanting to talk to you, wanting to connect with you, asking your opinion, asking your advice, asking for your timeless wisdom there, Capricorn. And likewise, you will find yourself communicating with others a lot better. You're going to be a lot clearer. You're going to be a lot better understood, which in turn is going to really help to nourish connections, particularly new connections. So if you are wanting to network, go out there and do it this week, Capricorn. Use this energy. We are combining Mercury direct with brand new fiery Aries energy. These are not particularly comfortable for you being an earth sign, apart from that Mercury going direct. Thank God you've got that too. It's that Aries energy that can be fiery, and usually with an initiation and with the starting of an engine, which is what Aries is to the zodiac. You know, it's the starter's point, it's the starter's pistol for the zodiac new year. You might see some tempers flare, you might see some big reactions, but it's okay so long as you keep your cool, Capricorn, and you articulate how you feel, what you're experiencing, and staying true to who it is that you are. You should be able to ride that storm relatively easy and come out of it unscathed. Although you yourself, Capricorn, may be feeling driven to express feelings that you might have been suppressing. That suppression may have been quite difficult over the past few months particularly, and gaining in intensity. And now we reached a crescendo, energetically speaking, and where you want to speak your truth, where you want to communicate where you have been hurt or maybe unfairly treated, to stand up for yourself, to advocate for your own needs. This is a great energy. It's a great time to do that. People are listening to you now, Capricorn. So take advantage of that energy and really put yourself out there, put yourself forward. And if somebody's responding to you negatively and not jiving with you, it just means that they're not part of your soul group, your soul family, or just not for this season of life. Maybe they'll come back around a bit later on. People have a habit of doing that, Capricorn, okay? So just pay attention to self, your communication, the way that you're speaking. And remember also, actions are a form of communications, and actions speak louder than words. Pay close attention to what people are doing. Are they matching up with what they are saying to you? You are not suffering fools gladly this week, Capricorn. You are really taking your stride into the new zodiac year. You are not putting up with any BS from anybody. You are getting stuff done. You are harnessing that fire, motivated aspect of Aries energy. So long as you are pumping positive vibes in that direction, Aries will help you out with the rest. We also have Saturn, your ruler, in Aries as well. So you're going to be joining him in Aries. So Saturn's really got you back here, Capricorn, lending additional structures and boundaries for you. So pay attention to what Saturn is doing, Saturn's movements, ensuring you're staying on track, that you're learning the right lessons, that you're being brought in the right people to help you. But likewise, he will also be spinning people out if they're going to be a hindrance to your journey. So Capricorn is going to be an interesting week. Make sure you use that energy, and I'll be super excited to see where it lands you. Okay, Earth signs. It was a good one today, I'm not gonna lie. A lot going on. I mean, it's a lot going on for all of us. It's almost like we've woken up from a long sleep. The weather's also helping with that feeling, at least here in the UK. We're seeing a little bit more sunshine. Those of you in the southern hemisphere, you'll be feeling the opposite. Things will be cooling down a little bit for you, but don't think that energy of momentum is not there. It absolutely is. So Earth signs, use the energies for this week. You've got some very interesting house activations, most of it to do with other people, but also how you feel about yourself in relation to others as well. Take your time. No one's rushing rushing you, even though there may be an increased pace around you, doesn't mean you have to just lean into it. Or if you do, make sure you're doing it in a positive way. So thank you so much, Earth Signs, for joining me for our Astrolo-Tea section. I got about halfway down this time. I did. It was quite a quick one. It wasn't quick to you, it was quick to me. So when I started doing the astrology, it was taking me so long to do these sections because I wasn't used to it. Like, I'm not used to, like, you know, freeballing here. I've normally got the cards doing the heavy lifting when it comes to the content, right? I just deliver the messengers. I am the messenger. Here I've got to, you know, put on a bit more of a show. So it's taking me ages. But now I've cut it down to like half time. I've even still got a warm tea at the end of it. So that's why I'm going to be doing a poll, probably over the weekend or maybe into the beginning next week. I'm asking you guys how you are feeling about the new format. Now we've kind of settled into it. It has been about 6 weeks, I believe. We'll probably be going into week 7 thereabouts as of next week, and see whether you want more astrology or less astrology, how you're finding the readings, and because I love delivering them, but it doesn't mean you like listening to them. I'm going to ask. I run a collective here. It isn't just me deciding what goes down. So I want to check in with you guys, make sure you're still happy with everything. And if so, then we will just keep rolling as we are. Anyway, signs, I'm going to wrap up this section of the video. I look forward to seeing you over at your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if it resonates, and to subscribe and all that jazz. And I will see you over at your timestamp. Hi Taurus, and welcome to your reading. Today we're doing yours and theirs as we are on the cusp of the Aries season. So I thought it'd be a good time to sit and check in with what's going on with you. Can you show me Taurus, please? Can you show me Taurus? Taurus, please. Can you show me Taurus, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Taurus, please. Can you show me Taurus? Taurus, please. Okay, Taurus. In the recent past, we've got the 5 of Wands. Okay, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. You're trying to keep a brave face in the face of a difficult situation involving other energies. You're trying to I think you are quite stable. But you're showing me it's becoming difficult for you to stay calm and collected and grounded and sure of yourself in the midst of some kind of clash or distortion with either one other energy or multiple, or at least you were. Okay, let's look in the present energy, please. I will be clarifying, Taurus, so we will get to the details. Okay, in your present energy, Taurus, we've got the Hierophant. Okay, that's you. That's your power card. The 10 of Pentacles. Oh, you are very sturdy. Okay, you're fine. You are stable. It seems difficult in a particular situation, though. And the Wheel of Fortune. And you have been for a while. You're feeling really solid. There are things around you that are changing, though. Sorry if you can hear my dog is fighting. They're not real fighting. They're play fighting. So you might hear some growls and some... scratches, but you're really trying to stabilize yourself. You have a lot of chaotic energy around you that are external to you. It's like you're stood in the middle, almost in the eye of the storm, staying very centered. You're leaning on people close to you, might be friends or family, and you're almost like you're letting things just play out. You're like, yeah, the wisest thing for me to do is stay in my lane. And that's what you're saying. You're like, I'm staying in my lane. Taurus is staying put. Okay, let's see in the near future then for you. Can I see the near future for Taurus? Did I just see a rogue card? Maybe I imagined it. Taurus, please. Near future. Okay, the near future for you. The 5 of Cups, right? The King of Swords and the Fool. Somebody detaches. Now, I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's them. Someone like, so imagine you're in the eye of the storm and then there's energy swirling around you, things changing, a bit of chaos. And like from that chaos, another energy like pings off. To where, I don't know. It's like suddenly the merry-go-round stops and somebody gets off. Let's clarify and see what that means. Okay, can I please see the 5 of Wands in the recent past for Taurus? The 5 of Wands in the recent past for Taurus, please. Oh, okay. The Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Are you trying to take the lead on some kind of project or situation? You're like, I know what needs to be done. This is the way to do it. You're wise to say it that way, Taurus, because I think you're coming from a place of experience and knowledge. You're showing me resource management under leadership. Sorry, over the top of leadership. So it's like you know the resources need to be managed in some way, and you know that it needs to get done, and you need all the energies around you to be cooperative. It's like you're trying to be the peacekeeper. You're trying to bring the stability to this situation. So I don't think you're the cause of it. I also don't think you're the target. Maybe not. Who you could be, but you're coming at it very cooperative. Right? Why are we fighting? It's obvious what the solution is. Why don't we just do it this way? I don't know if the energies attached to you are listening to that, though. All right, can I get the Queen of Pentacles, please? The Queen of Pentacles. The Moon. Death. The Wheel of Fortune. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're big cards. They're big cards, Taurus. Slow down. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, Death, and the Moon. There's something about this situation that you're unaware of, or you're keeping to yourself. There's been a change, a definite change around your energy. Doesn't seem negative, though. I think the process itself might be quite chaotic. But I think where it lands you is actually pretty good. Because you're in Ten of Pentacles. Okay, can I see the Ten of Wands, please? This is a force you're not connected with, not consciously connected with anyway. Are you changing your mind about how you feel about something? Okay, the Ten of Wands, please. Very emotion-based. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. Ooh. Judgment. The Ace of Swords. And the Six of Wands. Has there been some kind of announcement or something? So the Six of Wands is all about being seen, okay? Being seen, being heard, being followed, respected, victory. It's a card of victory, declaration. Over the Ace of Swords is an idea, a clarity, a truth. So I'm thinking someone declared something, and then it led to a whole bunch of changes. And this is like almost like the trigger point for all these changes in your life. Something to do about your roles and responsibilities, which I'm guessing is related to your stability in some way. This could be a financial decision at work. It could very likewise just be with how much you're doing at home with your partner or in a connection. But it's caused a bit of a chaos that you're like, well, no, it makes perfect sense. Why can't anyone see this? You're fine. You're solid, Taurus. I don't know what's going on with the energies around you, though. They seem a little bit like, yeah, chaotic. Let's look into the Hierophant. You might let me know a little bit more there. That's your power card. It's something you've committed to, some commitment, contract, value system. Okay, the Hierophant, please. The Hierophant. The Page of Swords. The Lovers. Okay, there's the other connection, or at least the strongest in a bunch. And the Knight of Pentacles. You are asking or telling someone to do something in a certain way because it is for the greater good of everyone, right? It's like the person is just, they're like not listening to you, or they don't want to know. And the thing is, your energy is so short. It's like you are showing me the evidence. It's like you're saying, here's the evidence that it goes to B. It seems very simple. And I agree with you, Taurus, it probably is. You keep highlighting almost like, do you know them people that bring down the planes on the runway? It's like you're saying to this person, come this way, do it this way. And they're just all over the place. It's like they don't want to know. Are you dealing with someone younger than you, like a child or something? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of love here. And you're both choosing to be in the connection. That's without question. But you're the teacher, and I don't know who the student is, but it's just landing on deaf ears, Taurus, if I'm honest with you. At least up until this point. Can I get the Ten of Pentacles, please? It's Ten of Pentacles, please. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands. Oh, no wonder. The Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so as this continues, this person or entity or whatever this is you're dealing with doesn't seem to want to be bending to your will, Taurus. You start getting quite frustrated. Somebody gets frustrated. Queen of Wands, Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands. That's frustration. And the Queen of Wands is not very happy. I mean, the Queen of Wands is a very attractive card, but at the moment she's focused inwards about her wants and needs. Someone's needs are not being met, and I think the longer they're not met, the more frustrated they get. And I think it might be you, Taurus, because you're like, I'm banging my head against a brick wall here, and your communication becomes more stressed and more urgent as time goes on, while this person's just kind of in la-la land. Right, the Wheel of Fortune, please. Can I see the Wheel of Fortune? The Wheel of Fortune, please. The Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Wands reversed. The Ace of Swords. Okay. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like over time you get tired physically, like from trying to change things, that your investment in doing so goes right down from page to page. So here we've gone down to page. You were at Queen, you've gone down to page, so your energy is getting less and less and less. Ace of Swords, again, over some kind of speech, saying something, communicating an idea, something. And I think you then just go a different way completely. Two of Wands, it's in reverse. So Two of Wands is two people on a shared path, sharing a vision. This is Two of Wands after tarot. This was in reverse. It's like almost like you're going, do you know what? I'll just do it myself, or I'll do it without you, or something like that. It's like you stomp out and slam the door behind you. But I think you're justified in this, Taurus, because whoever this is just not budging. They're not moving. They're not changing. It's like they don't even see you in some ways. Can I see the Five of Cups in the near future? The Five of Cups in the near future, please, for Taurus. Five of Cups, please. Ten of Swords, yeah. Okay. The Hanged Man and the Six of Wands. Oh. Yeah, you feel a need, you're like, right, okay, I've got to make a decision, and you're the one to do it here. You pause on it. You don't bring the hammer down immediately, but eventually you bring the hammer down with this person. Now, I don't know what the hammer down looks like to you. It could be ending it, it could be just not speaking for a few days or a few hours, or really getting to the truth of how you really feel. It ends whatever's going on anyway. But the thing is, when you do it, you feel regret about doing it. It's like you just kind of lose your temper. The Six of Wands, that's just to show me that, yeah, you're the one who is announcing again, because you announced down here as well. And then the Hangman began, but I thought about it, and this is going to end. And you end it very swiftly. And then the thing is, after you do it, you do feel sad. Five of Cups. I don't know if that's full regret, or we'll go into the King of Swords, because just because you do something that makes you sad doesn't mean you regret it, right? So let's see. I don't think you wanted to do it, no, but you were like, oh, I don't have any other choice. I can't think of anything else. Right, the King of Swords, please. The King of Swords. Oh, the Sun in reverse. Yeah, Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. Yeah, it is. This can be avoided, by the way. Just by listening to this and changing your approach will avoid this, just to bear in mind. This is in the future. This has not passed yet. Both of you are just communicating on different pages, and both of your communication is very small. We've got the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. Both of them are the same level of communication, but they're different languages. And that's kind of how this is coming across. That's where the frustration is. You're expressing yourself differently. It's just different ways of expressing yourselves. The Sun in reverse means that when you do this, you bring this hammer down. You do it when you're not very clear, or you think you are clear, on what the situation is and what's wrong, but you're not, or you're clear. You think that this is the best way to resolve it and the only way to end it, but it isn't. There are other options. But to you at the time, from your perspective, there are no other options. You've got to really do the thing that might ruin everything and throw the baby out with the bathwater. I mean, I get it, Taurus. This seems like a very frustrating process to me. Right, the Fool. You're all only human, Taurus, okay? The Fool. The Fool. Oh. The King of Swords in reverse. Yes, so yeah. That's right, yeah. To you, it feels like this is the only option, but there are other options. The Lovers, yeah. And the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You consider letting the connection go entirely. I don't know if you actually do, though. If you do, it's very brief. It's just like space, getting space, trying to sort your head out. Get your King of Swords in the right way. Because at some point you realise that maybe I could have, you know, given them at least one more chance, or at least some more, you know, time, or at least communicated differently in a way they understand. It's kind of like that. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you did a bad thing by bringing the hammer down, Taurus. I'm seeing what you are showing me. So often we do things that we know are right for us, but we still feel regret and remorse and sadness about doing it. So this isn't a right or wrong situation. I'm just showing you what you were showing me, energetically speaking. Okay, I'm going to grab some universal advice for you, Taurus. Let's see what we can do about this. Oh, who's this? 10 of Wands. I think you need to take a little vacation, Taurus. You're doing too much. What's your one first piece of advice? Okay, chill. Right. Universal advice, please. Universal advice. There is a genuine instability and something that needs to be done and addressed. I'm not happy with this person either, Taurus. But I can see you burning yourself out, trying to get them to do something. And when they're not budging, and just step away for a minute. Okay. One second. Where are you going? Yeah, the Page of Bows in reverse. This person is the World. That's the end of a cycle. And then the Magician. Yeah, so the pages in this reading, in this context, are pointing towards the methods of communication. Communication isn't great between you. You miscommunicate all the time. Plus, you know, we've been through retrograde season. There are going to be miscommunications regardless. If that isn't addressed, that could end this cycle. And it's under the Magician. So it's saying that the only reason this wouldn't work out is because of you and their approach. The Magician. Almost like the Magician is responsible for the cycle. As above, so below. So how you're feeling within is going to come without. It's going to happen without. You know, we all create our own realities through how we think and feel and interact with the world. So this is almost like a self-perpetuating cycle between you and this other person. You are highly activated. They are highly shut down. Energetically. And that is the core of the problem. So I suggest, Taurus, for you, shut down a little bit. Take yourself on a vacation, a holiday. Go on a spa day. Put your feet up. Lie in bed all day. Whatever. Just drop it for a day. See how you feel. You know? And then when it's calm, then say your thing, do your thing, ask them to do the thing or whatever. A different approach is needed on what this is. And it will get you unstuck from the situation. At the moment, this is quite stuck. Anyway, Taurus, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me here in the Zendan. If you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below for my links. And with that, Taurus, I'm going to love you and leave you. Until the next time, take care. Hi, Virgo, and welcome to your reading. Today I'm doing a yours and theirs for everybody, since we are on the cusp of Aries season. I thought it'd be fitting to see what everyone's up to and if there's anything coming your way you don't expect. Okay, can you please show me Virgo, please? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, please. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Ooh. 10 of Pentacles, Virgo. Okay, nice. The Empress, lovely. Lots of Pentacle energy this week for people. And the, well, I guess, yeah, makes sense. With Mercury moving about. The 10 of Cups. Well, you're like, okay, I've just done all that. What next? You're very comfortable. Emotionally very sound and stable. Your material environment, very stable. You're looking really good. You're in a creative energy at the moment. You're like, yeah, I did all this. This is all my abundance, and I'm going to bring in even more abundance. You watch me. Yeah, you're sitting very pretty there, Virgo. I like it. At least you were. Let's see what's happening. Can I see the current energy? Oh, well, I hope, but I imagine you're carrying this energy forward, which is very powerful. Okay. In the, oh, we've got a rogue card here for you, Virgo. The 8 of Wands. Okay, someone communicate or something come in for you from the universe. I'm not surprised. You're just sitting here. Very fancy. I love it. Okay. Let's see the present energy for Virgo, please. Present energy for Virgos. The 6 of Cups. Okay, there's a soul connection here. The 3 of Swords. Oof, or at least there was. And then the High Priestess. Oh, yeah. You find yourself looking back over a particular connection. I don't think they're here with you in the physical, no. I think you're High Priestess. This is a spiritual thing, energetic thing. Also, I don't think you know what they're up to in the physical. There's a lot of nostalgia. So you're looking back. There was pain in that connection as well. Heartbreak. Could be family. Could be lover, romance. I don't know. Okay, let's go into the near future. You find yourself thinking about them a lot. Particular person. And there's pain. Or healing. There we go. Let's look. No regret, maybe? Right, in the near future, please. The near future for Virgo. The 7 of Swords, okay. The 6 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Okay, this is one of them. Okay, you thought something was over. You thought something was over with, and it's not. I'm just going to say it. I've just been getting so many returning exes in these readings pretty much all month because of the retrogrades we've been having, Mercury and Venus. So, yeah, it's just something dead and gone, 10 of Swords. I say it like this because I'm like, you must see it coming because it's someone that you've been thinking about a lot recently. I don't know if something happened, I don't know. Maybe your mind is just drifting there, Virgo. But there's something that ended, okay. The 6 of Wands, which means you carrying on forwards, moving on. And then the 7 of Swords, you're moving on is deceptive. Moving away from an ending is a deceptive moving on. So I guess they might not be coming back, but you're not as far along from over them as you thought. Oh, is all of this a little bit of overcompensating, Virgo? And I don't mean that to accuse. I mean it more like we do that when, say, you don't want to think about things that hurt you, so you just keep busy. And maybe you just kept on being busy, kept on being busy, kept on being busy. Meanwhile, you built yourself a little empire there, all based out of pain. That's transmutation. When you take negative energy and turn it into positive energy. That's quite the mastery there, Virgo. You should be proud of yourself. Anyway, if that is you, the 10 of Pentacles, please. Not necessarily. I'm just getting a bit of energy of that. Right, the 10 of Pentacles, please. The Moon. The 5 of Cups. Yes, it is that. The 4 of Pentacles. You're hanging on to something from the past. Some lingering feeling. It's very much a feeling. I don't think you are, at least as of now, not in contact with this person. But there's a clinging, there's a stuckness of not moving on. You look over it. It's when you look over it, when you're staying in the present moment, you're fine. That's why you have been doing that quite a bit. and built this lovely, you know, emotional and physical stability around you. But your mind or your emotions at least they linger backwards to something or someone. Okay, the Empress, please. The Four of Cups, I know you do. The Ten of Pentacles, I know you do. And the Eight of Wands. For some of you, this is very specific. There's times when you've wanted to reach out to them, but you don't, so you bury yourself into work or a job or taking care of the house or whatever's in front of you, so that you don't have that feeling to do that anymore. Some of you, this person has been communicating with you and you have been doing the same, but just to ignore them and not to respond, trying not to respond to it. You're like trying to ignore it. Because between them and you put like the Ten of Pentacles, like, I'm working on my stability, I'm busy, I can't see you, but it's to keep the emotions away. Like the Ten of Cups, please, the Ten of Cups. Temperance, it's been a while, okay. Oh, the Emperor and the Two of Swords in reverse. They wonder about you as well. Across time, they're showing me though. Two of Swords reversed. Maybe this person has tried reaching out to you in the past. It was only small though. Or maybe they reached out when it came to, it feels a bit more like that. Do you know when you reach out to say something to someone and then you like bottle it at the last minute and you can't say it, so you end up changing the subject? They kind of showed me that kind of energy, like, you know, a couple of times I tried, but I just couldn't do it in the end. I don't know what that means. Okay, the Six of Cups. So you might have had a text from them that seemed very shallow and vague. It's because they changed their mind. They were going to say something else, but they changed their mind. To put up a front and a face. Okay, the Six of Cups, please. Let's look at the connection. The Six of Cups, please. Can I see the Six of Cups? Virgo. The Six of Cups for Virgo, please. The Six of Cups for Virgo. The Wheel of Fortune. The Seven of Wands in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse. If only I had let them in or gone back or tried again or done... this is what if. Six of Swords is an energy returning to you. The Seven of Wands is allowing something in emotionally, physically sometimes, but emotionally. Then for the Wheel of Fortune, if only things had been different. If only I had done this way or I'd done that way. I don't know if that's you or them thinking that way, but that kind of feeling. And when you look back in the past, there are some regrets here. Things not coming together, things not being the right time, people acting differently that they would otherwise do now. It's like that. The Three of Swords, please. Can I see the Three of Swords? The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. The Eight of Wands, there's that communication again. Judgment, right. This is a big one, and the Lovers in reverse. Are you still connected to this person? Because this is very much the energy. Unless you're showing me the past here, you're showing me the moment the connection ended. Lovers in reverse, Judgment, a decision was made to break away, and the Eight of Wands, that was communicated to you, heartache, Three of Swords. Are you specifically going over and over that moment? Something like that. It's in the present energy. Yeah, I don't see you being connected here. There's still barriers. You're showing me you're clinging on, and then maybe they are in your physical, but a separation happens, but it's like this was the moment. Wherever that moment in time lands for you, Virgo. Okay, the High Priestess, please. The High Priestess. The High Priestess. The Empress, again. Get the Empress, yeah, your Empress. You start with the Empress. The Creator. And the Hierophant. Jesus. That's some big energy. Over the High Priestess as well. Very intuitive, Virgo, whoever I'm connecting to. The other person you left behind, they were as well. Or you have another energy that is extremely resonant. If it's not this one, the Hierophant and the High Priestess are basically the kings and queens, but of the spiritual realm, the energetic realms, the hidden realms, the esoteric realms. So there's another very spiritual energy. One is the masculine, which would be the Hierophant expression of that. And then the other is the feminine, which is the High Priestess expression of that energy. And we're not talking male or female, we're talking like energy. The creator, there's a co-creation here. You're saying that with their help you help? What? The creator. Did you create this with somebody? Maybe you just have a very spiritual connection to whoever this is. But it's almost like you're saying, if it wasn't for them, or your connection with them, you wouldn't be who you were now. It's just beautiful. You Gemini. Maybe that's random. Maybe it's a Gemini you're connecting to. I don't know, Virgo. Let's go into the Seven of Swords. There's extremely eye-catching energy between you two, though. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Oh. The Knight of Cups, okay. The Queen of Cups. And the Emperor. It's the Emperor again. Yeah, it's the Emperor. It's this highly resonant individual. Oh, they're in healing as well. So if you're thinking that they have gone off and they're living the best life, no. They might appear like that on the surface, though, Emperor. And they're pretty steady, they're pretty grounded. See, the Knight of Cups in After Tarot is the knight drinking from his own cup, and it's also the Queen of Cups here. She loves herself before she can love others. That was kind of the key problem with your person. It's like self-love, self-care, self-belief, self-confidence. That's what they've been working on. Also, the love in this connection still remains. Even if it's not there in the physical and you don't have direct access to it, the love remains, which is really sweet. And in some ways, they're saying they wouldn't have been able to grow more without you. Like that. Right, can I get the Seven of Wands, please? The Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, sorry, Six of Wands. The Six of Wands for Virgo, please. The Six of Wands. The Eight of Wands reversed. The Eight of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. Somebody's not reaching out. Then why have they come here to tell me that? Oh, somebody watches you from afar, but they don't want to come forward because they see that you're actually doing very well. They don't want to disturb that. But they think back on you too and are trying to emotionally disconnect. They're doing what you're doing, emotionally disconnecting by tending to their own stuff. Keeping busy. Intentionally not reaching out. Pretty much mirroring your energy exactly over here. But it's like both of you are trying to not talk to each other. And just be like, oh, but the other one's doing so well, so I don't want to disturb their progress. But you admire and look at each other from a distance, though. The Ten of Swords, please. Yeah, you're literally, yeah, you're doing it for the same reasons. Expressed very slightly differently, but the result and the reasoning is the same. Right, which is normal. You're two different individuals. You're going to be a bit different. Very close. The energy extremely close, though. No wonder you felt very resonant with this person. The Ten of Swords, please. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords. The Seven of Cups. Okay. The Seven of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Wands. Oh, God, there's so much restraint in these cards. Somebody really wants to come forward. They're stopping themselves, though. So the Queen of Wands, she goes after what she wants and she attracts what she wants. So she's showing me if I go for what, she's not going for what she wants. So the Seven of Wands is traditionally the card of blocking and not going for anything. But in this deck, he is actually going for it. You know, he's actually doing the thing. It's reversed. So it pretty much acts like the original here, like not doing something, actively trying to stop themselves from doing something. The Seven of Cups is distractions. Again, more distractions and illusions. This person is not fully healed or under some kind of illusionary thinking. But that's easy because you are kind of as well, Virgo, in a way. Thinking, yeah, I'll just keep building into my empire and I won't have to think of or see them again, and they're doing fine. That's all illusion. It's not your fault. This is what it looks like on the surface. If they look like they're doing fine, you're going to believe that they're doing fine. If everything around you is growing and flourishing and being wonderful, of course you're going to keep putting your attention there. Why wouldn't you? But I just feel a really big open question mark over this. It does not feel like an ending. It just feels like a temporary pause until one of you basically gives in to your own self-restrictions. Can I get some universal advice for Virgo, please? Can I get some universal advice for Virgo, please? So about my coughing, Virgo, I'm getting over a chesty cough. Can I please get some universal advice for Virgo? Yeah, there we go. 2 of Cups, yeah. 5 of Cups and the Page of Cups. Yeah, somebody comes forward with an apology. It reconnects both of you. Who? I don't know. 2 of Cups, 2 energies aligning. The 5 of Cups is the sadness, the regret. If you notice, the lady's dancing on her sadness and regret. So it's actually turning it into a positive. And the Page of Cups is like, almost like, aha, now I know what to do. This is going to fix it. This is going to be fine. Page of Cups is also an apology. Just means an expression of, here you go. How it might just come through as a, hey, how you been? Something like that. Anyway, Virgo, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Esoteric Tarot. And if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below for my links. And with that, Virgo, I'm going to love you and leave you. Until the next time, take care. Hi, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading. Today we are doing a what you don't see coming, as it seemed, oh sorry Capricorn, as it seemed fitting within the energies that we're into as we go blasting off into Aries season. Let's see where you're at and what might be coming towards you that you may not expect. Okay, show me Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising. Whoa, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. And man, you're like, I'm not going anywhere. Everyone else might be going off into Aries season, but I'm staying right here. Okay, what do you mean by that, Capricorn? Let's have a look. The 10 of Wands. Oh, you're busy. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune. It has, I agree. You're like, do you know what? It's been hard. It's been hard. I don't think I have the energy to keep going and doing anymore. I need to pause. I need to stop. Do you know that? I don't know what it's called. It annoys me now. I can't remember what it's called. But there's like an old, I think it's Greek myth of a man that rolls a big stone up a hill. And it just rolls back down again. And then it goes to the bottom of the hill and he pushes it up again and down again. And it's like that. You're showing me like, no matter what I do, it's like a hamster wheel. And you're like, it's hard. I'm doing the same things. I'm getting the same results. I'm trying different things. I'm still getting the same results. I'm just going to pause. Okay. All right. Let's see where you're at. That was your recent past, Capricorn. Where are you at now? Oh, okay. You get going again. It's a Knight of Pentacles. Slowly though. The Magician. Okay. And the Sun. Right. Excuse me, Capricorn, I'm still recovering from a bit of a chesty cough. So at some point, you just stop, you come off the hamster wheel and you just start going toward what makes you happy. You just flip the Monopoly board, but not in an angry way. I'm not seeing anything chaotic or violent about this. It's more like, do you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to do what I want. And when you do what you want, and you put proper, genuine effort into whatever this is, it starts moving. Slowly, but surely. It's moving. Good, Capricorn. Let's go into the near future. Don't worry, Cappy. I will be clarifying. Let's go to the near future, please, for Capricorn. Near future for Capricorn, please. Okay. The 5 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. The Moon. Okay, there's something just ahead of you that's a bit problematic. It's come out of nowhere, at least from your perspective, it's come out of nowhere. Someone with a grievance, or you have a grievance with them. I don't know if it's anything to do with this process you're on, but yeah, okay, let's see what's going down here, Capricorn. Can I see the Hanged Man, please? Oops, sorry, Capricorn. I don't know what it is this week. My shuffling has been worse than usual. Right, the Hanged Man, please. Okay. The Hanged Man. I blame it on Mercury because I'm a Virgo. Okay. Don't tell Mercury. Right, can I get the Hanged Man, please? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, please. The Hanged Man. The Eight of Swords in reverse. Well, I would say so too. Well, it came out reverse. I take it reverse, but I agree. The Ace of Swords. Wow, yeah. The Three of Cups. Oh, okay, that's a surprise. You're showing me. Did you just go off and have fun? That's not like you, Capricorn. You're showing me through a connection of individuals, or maybe one individual, that's kind of casually fun and light and nice. It's like once you had a break and just like, I'm just feeling this vibe, that's when you decided enough is enough. I'm not going to take on all these unnecessary challenges anymore. I deserve to be a free love Capricorn. Yeah, yes you do. Absolutely, Capricorn. Right, the Ten of Wands, please. This is in your recent past, Capricorn. Let's have a look. The Ten of Wands, please. The Ten of Wands. Or like you realise something while you were having fun. Maybe you realise something about something serious, but you were having fun at the time. Then you were like, aha, like an epiphany. The Ten of Wands. There's a Magician, okay. The Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. There's definitely other energies involved in this. But you're doing the brunt of the work. You're doing the heavy lifting here, Cappy. And then you're telling me like, I can't stop. I cannot stop doing this thing because there's other people relying on me. It's a bit like that. Maybe you're the breadwinner of your house or something and you're trying to launch a new business. It's a bit like that. Or you got a side gig going on. I don't know. Okay. It's like you're having to manage your resources, and resources can also be time or attention. But you're the one that directs. Like you get a bit of that, you get a bit of that, you get a bit of that. But there's only a finite amount of resource because the resource is coming from you. And I think that's why it's hard. You're the one carrying it all. Right, and that could be time, it could be money, I don't know. Right, the Wheel of Fortune, please. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. The Three of Wands. Okay, you want to go somewhere. The King of Cups and the Six of Cups. Now, you want to go somewhere, but it's not just for you. And now, when I mean go somewhere, it could literally mean to a physical place. But it could just mean I want to go somewhere in my career. You know, I want to shoot for the stars. And you're not quite showing me shooting for the stars, but you're showing me I expect or want or work towards a bigger, better situation. And you're doing it not because it's for you, it's for the people around you, which is really sweet. You're like, maybe you've got a family, children, maybe you've got a partner, or maybe you've got a set of friends, you know, you think I want to be super successful so I can buy them free burgers. It's a bit like that. This is really nice, Capricorn. You're not just doing this for you, you're taking responsibility for other energies. And in turn, these other energies really nurture you. That is really nice. Okay, can I go to the Knight of Pentacles, please? So this is when you decided to start having fun. And then things got moving. All right, the Knight of Pentacles, please. The Knight of Pentacles. Or you listen to the people in your life. I don't know, you just show me people of great affection around me. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, please. The Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. The High Priestess. The Queen of Cups. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you've got another energy around you. I mean, it could just be you. But you've got another energy around you that's very nurturing and very soothing. The reason I say it could just be you, because the High Priestess is here, it could just be your inner self and you're soothing yourself. But it's like you've got a fiery, like that frustration energy that you were getting of like, this is going nowhere. I'm just reaching dead ends all the time. No matter what I do, it's not enough. There's another energy attached to you that's like, yeah, you're okay, Capricorn. And then you realign and you reorientate yourself. Like they're supporting you completely. And it's a very deep connection with the High Priestess here. Very emotional. Right, the Magician, please. The Magician. The Magician, please, for Capricorn. Whoa, Magician. What was that? Right, they wanted me to see these two, so I will take these two. We've got the Ten of Cups and we've got the Knight of Swords. I'm going to reshuffle these back. We have the Ten of Wands again, the Lovers and the Eight of Cups. So there might be somebody emotionally detaching. Let me get one more. One more, please. It's to do with your happiness, anyway. The Magician again. There's two people here. You've got a project going with someone else, or maybe someone at your back there trying to help you out. It does seem like a supportive role. However, that supportive role balances into more of a partnership. Rather than, at first they come across like a support, like one of many. Then it's like, yeah, one, but they're at a bit of a distance. Then they start getting really involved and almost helping you, which is very nice. It's like they rush in. Right, the Sun. The Sun, please. The Sun. The Sun, please. The Sun. The King of Pentacles. There you are, my darling. The Four of Cups and the Fool. Actually, you've been all over the board. You're in the Knight of Pentacles, actually. King is more Taurus energy, but we have a little bit of each in all the core cards. Right. Yeah, you're like, do you know what? Screw how I feel. I need my security. You're doing a balancing act between how something makes you feel, i.e. you don't want to be exhausted, but you want to be secure in whatever this is. And you're associating it with a new way of doing things, where you're not going to allow yourself to get so emotionally overloaded anymore. You're actually going to step up into your own self-worth, take care of yourself, and then provide for others. But you're doing this with the help of another energy. And you feel a ton better, which is good. Right, but then there may be trouble ahead. Let's see, Capricorn. Five of Swords in the near future, please, for our happy Cappies. Because you seem solid. You and whoever's with you, solid as a rock. But then something occurs. Five of Swords, please, for Capricorn. Hang on, Cappies, 1 second. Sorry, Cappy, we were about to have a technical glitch, but I put a stop to it. Okay, the Five of Swords, please. Five of Swords, just checking we're the right way. Yes, we are. Five of Swords, please. Five of Swords. Oh, it's a Wheel of Fortune. Okay, right. Something Cappies... Okay, the Six of Swords. Something about this... You keep saying you're responsible for things. Situations, things like that. I don't know if it's you're responsible for a particular person or just the general whole show. Something to do with that comes back around that really does need your attention. It's coming across a little urgent. And I think the Five of Swords here isn't you conflicting with someone else. It's more your frustration and like, oh God, I just got on this new path. I just got this new way of doing things. I've got all this help now. And then something comes up that's just like, really? It's like you've got to go back to the way you were doing things before a little bit. I do see some change, but a little bit, because there's still something in the past that's not been resolved from your previous responsibilities. It's like that. Okay, the Six of Swords, please, for Capricorn. The Six of Swords. It's like you've gone on this journey from very difficult energies through to very nice, like easier energies with the support of others. But it's like one aspect of that difficulty you have taken on the journey with you, a bit like baggage. And once you get to the other side, it's still there and kind of messing stuff up, like something unresolved, energetically speaking. Right, the Three of Swords, please, when we get a bit more information on the Three of Swords. And you didn't do it on purpose. The Seven of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Lovers. It's to do with this connection. The one that's been supporting you this whole time. Do they have to leave? Hurts you though. It's almost like they take a direction that you don't really agree with. There's very little communication about it. I think they do something. They make some kind of decision. and then it kind of lands on you to sort it out. Right, the Moon, please. The Moon. The Queen of Wands. The Eight of Cups. The Magician, and you just get straight on it again. Almost like you're on autopilot. You're just like, yeah, do you know what? I'll deal with it. Very confident. You're a little bit pissed off, though. I will say that. You're kind of angry about it. You're frustrated. You're like, no, this was not the direction I was going in. This was not how things were supposed to go this early on. But okay, one last time, I'll help you out. It's like that kind of thing. Like, why are we still doing this? It's not you doing it. You're totally fresh and brand new, Cappy. But something to do with the other energy that's attached to you. There's other energies around. One is very supportive and on this road with you and helping you and managing with you and almost like co-creating. Then there's another one, it could be that energy, but there could be another energy that then causes an issue. They do something which causes an issue for you, that you need to sort out. And you do it. Begrudgingly, you do it. Okay. Sorry, Capricorn. It's going so nicely. I'm not getting a sense this is going to be detrimental to your big plan, but it's going to be annoying at the very least. Okay, can I please get some universal advice for Capricorn, please? Universal advice for Capricorn. Universal advice for Capricorn, please. Universal advice for Capricorn. Universal advice for Capricorn. Universal advice for Capricorn, please. The Nine of Stones, of course. The Knight of Cups and the Stag, which is the Emperor. You got this. The universe is literally just saying, you got this, Capricorn. Nine of Stones, so that's the Nine of Pentacles. Excellent management of self and your resources. Well, we saw that over here, didn't we? The Knight of Cups, your heart's open. You have sympathy and love for whatever is going on around you and whoever's on this journey with you. But under the Stag, that's the Emperor, and this is the energy that kind of brings out that Emperor energy and side to you, Capricorn. You're like, you've got all the skills, you've got the experience. It's something that you've come across before. You are more than capable of dealing with it. You have love for the person involved, which helps, even though you are frustrated with them at the time. It actually helps to level you up a little bit too. But and then I think that your journey, whatever you're doing, just kind of resumes as normal. But it's just like a little hiccup. Anyway, Capricorn, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Zen Den at Esoteric Tarot. Lovely to have your energy here as usual. And if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below for my links. And with that, Cappy, I'm going to love you and leave you. Until the next time, take care.